Good morning, students. Myself Abhishek Sharma from Mount Litra Z School, Jhansi. Students, we are continuing with third chapter of statistics of class 11th, and today is the last part of this chapter. And today we are going to conclude this chapter, taking a comparative look or a comparative study between census and sampling methods. So there are 7 criteria on which we will make a comparison between census and sampling. Starting with coverage. In the census technique, investigator collects information relating to all the items in the population, but in sampling method, only some of the items which represent the population are covered for an investigation. Suitability. Census method is suitable when the area of investigation is relatively small, but on other hand, when the area of investigation is too large, it is the sampling method which is generally used for these purposes. Accuracy. There is generally a greater degree of accuracy in the results based on the census method than the sampling method. This is because in the census method, each and every item of the population is studied, and however, errors can be easily detected and removed in the sampling method because of small number of items. Cost. Sampling method is certainly much less expensive than census method. Smaller the size of the given population, lesser the cost of investigation will be. Time. Sample method is less time consuming than the census method. Nature of items. Census method is particularly suitable when the items in the population have diverse characteristics. On the other hand, sample method is suitable when items in the populations are homogeneous. Now moving to the verification. Verification of the statistical information obtained through census method is generally not possible. It would involve a huge expense and the repetition of the whole process. Sample information, on the other hand, can be easily verified. In case of a doubt, enumeration can be done again and again and facts verified according to it. In short, sample method of statistical investigation is generally preferred to the census method because the former is expensive in terms of the time, money and efforts involved. However, for the successful application of the census method, it is very essential that samples items represent the characteristics of entire population. Now, there are some statistical errors which can be broadly classified as sampling errors, non-sampling errors. So what are sampling errors and what are non-sampling errors? Sampling errors, these are related to the size or nature of the sample selected for study. Due to a very heavy small size of the sample selected for the study or due to non-representative nature of the sample, the estimated value may differ from the actual value of a parameter. Now what is non-sampling errors? So students, these are errors related to the collection of data. These are of the following types: errors of measurement, errors of non-response, errors of misinterpretation, errors of calculation or arithmetical errors, and errors of sampling bias. Larger the field of investigation or large the population size, greater is the possibility of errors related to the collection of data or data acquisition. It must be noted that a non-sampling error is more serious than a sampling error. Once again I repeat, it must be noted that a non-sampling error is more serious than a sampling error because a sampling error can be dismissed by opting for a large sample size. No much possibility exists in case of a non-sampling error. So students, this is all about census and sampling, a comparative look, and statistical error which are of sampling errors and non-sampling errors. So that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.